Hello everyone, welcome to week 3. I'm sorry that the top of the video seems to cut the top of my head off a little bit. I hope that doesn't bother anyone. I'm just going to give you a few tips and guidances on week 3 graded exercises and how to successfully pursue them. The first thing is, when it comes to addressing different sorts of government agencies and talking about them, the issue of interest groups can be a little confusing for students. The key thing is, an interest group is an organization that is not a subsidiary of the FBI that may work with the FBI on certain issues, or it may work with some other agency like FEMA, what have you. So an example of an interest group associated with the FBI might be another law enforcement agency. It might be the ACLU because they're concerned about civil liberties, and they might work with the FBI to clarify certain issues with that. It might even be someone as mundane as a contractor that provides the FBI with computers, or a firearms supplier. The key thing is, they are not the FBI itself, and they are not a subsidiary of the FBI. And sometimes people get that confused. A good example of where this gets confused is people who write about FEMA, or the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Because under the FEMA website, there's a place called Special Interest Groups. The thing is, these really aren't actually interest groups in the sense that they operate separately from FEMA. They're essentially organizations that are kind of overseen and run by FEMA and that cooperate with other bodies. If students put this down because the agency says it on the website, I usually don't penalize them, but I just want to make you aware of that. So if you write about FEMA, try to find a genuine separate agency that has something to do with them. Say a state emergency or disaster preparedness group, or a private contractor that supplies them with things, and the like. The same thing with regulators. A lot of times you'll have regulators. One of the things to look at are the people they regulate. Those are often interest groups associated with them. So if you have the Interstate Commerce Commission, which regulates railroads in certain areas, railroads are often an interest group associated with them. The other thing is, for the week 3 DQ2, now we finished with the week 3 DQ1, a good thing to do for the week 3 DQ2, which deals with the video after democracy, is look at the questions that it asks you. And then as you watch the video and listen to what they say, pick out the things that answer each that you think most satisfactory answers each question. So for example, for addressing 2 challenges to democracy, have some sort of thing to take notes on, either on your computer or on a piece of paper. And when they talk about challenges to democracy, write those down. When different people offer recommendations, for example, such as what Fareed Zakaria and Hillary Wainwright do, write those down on the sides as you watch the video. And then afterwards you can go back to the video and type them in and complete that. The third thing, in terms of the paper assignment, the written assignment, pick a Supreme Court where you write about the Supreme Court and judicial review. Just to remember, judicial review is essentially the ability of the judicial branch of government to review the decisions made by the other branches of government. And this could be state governments, this could be local governments, it can also be the executive branch, such as through executive orders, and it can be laws and legislation passed by Congress. It's the ability of the judicial branch to look at any of these laws, any of these executive orders, any of these decisions by government agencies or bureaucracies or legislatures, and decide to either approve or strike them down, or to keep parts and strike others down. Okay? So for example, back in 1963, I think it was 1963, it was in the 1960s, you had Griswold v. Connecticut. And this was a case where there was a Connecticut law which basically made contraception illegal. And the Supreme Court, using the power of judicial review, struck that law down. Okay? Whoops. Okay, sorry. I just something with my hair. So when you look at judicial review, remember that judicial review means the power of a court to review and strike down laws or government actions or executive orders on the basis of them being unconstitutional. And every court in the United States has the ability to do this at the federal level, up to the Supreme Court. And I hope that helps you out. If you have any other questions, please let me know. And good luck for this week. Thank you very much.